Well, Jeff and Don, Chicago police do remain on the scene here after a mass shooting right on this street corner. Take a look behind me. This is where it all unfolded. The officer followed the suspect as he jumped from this rooftop onto the next. That suspect then had nowhere to go. The trees here behind Eastview School. This is one of the worst hit areas in Lake Geneva. We're finding debris out here, among them like this. Hi, Jeff. Well, the young lady who will go down in history here says she's known for 4 years. In this case, if the parents are found, they could face criminal charges. By all accounts, Clark was a good officer. He'd been moving up the ranks. The Independent Police Review Authority will now be investigating the case. And Kane Reese also put together this flyer in the hopes that somebody out there can help dig up the dirt on this flower caper.
A father and mother found dead this Father's Day, stabbed multiple times inside their West Side home. Chicago police called to the North Austin neighborhood by the couple's own son. Michele Fiore joining us live from police headquarters with details. Michelle?
Well, Scott, police moved in and made a swift arrest in this case, taking one person into custody. The double homicide has saddened friends and neighbors. Along with yellow crime scene tape, there are tears on this block from those who knew Johnny and Shirley Irvin in their 60s and their grown sons.
There's really no words that you can say to a child when they lose both parents like that.
Losing their mother and father right on Father's Day. It was around 1 a.m. when Chicago police were called to the 1400 block of North LeClaire. One of the couple's sons said he had just returned home to find a crime scene in the family's apartment. Police say the Irvins were each stabbed multiple times.
It's just hard to take, you know. It just hurt it that bad, you know.
Neighbors were used to seeing the couple, sometimes walking down the block. Many referred to them as moms and pops because of their kindness.
I met the mom. She was a sweetie pie. You know, almost everybody in the neighborhood liked her that knew her.
Newman says the son who called police was living with his parents and caring for his mom, who was recently released from the hospital. The Irvins are said to be active members of their Jehovah's Witness faith.
They were well-known community members in the community, work in the community, and also help people in the community.
And charges are pending in this case. We're live at Chicago Police Headquarters. Michele Fiore, Fox 32 News. Scott, back to you. Obvious signs the terror attack overseas has had an impact here. A sharpshooter watches over the crowd as uniformed officers walk among them. The increased security a comfort to concert goers.
I know my parents were pretty concerned about me coming here after that.
My mom was definitely like, oh, I don't know if you should go, and I told her, like, it's fine.
Fans of The Weeknd, which is performing at the Allstate Arena a day after the Manchester attack, are like those in England. They're young, teens and early 20s, and tonight promising to check in more frequently with their parents during and after the show.
We saw the Manchester news and everything, and it kind of got us worried, but we're really pumped about seeing The Weeknd and all of the openers, so we're really excited.
Following the death of 22 people at an Ariana Grande concert, security experts say concert goers themselves can take extra precautions when out in a crowd.
Maybe leave about 5 to 10 minutes earlier. You know, don't stampede out with thousands of people in the same spot. If there's an alternative exit, perhaps take that exit and don't use the one that everybody else is using.
Her hands blackened from the smoky remains of the home she fled from October 20th.
It was the most horrific thing. Words cannot even explain.
Sandy Rice is a survivor and a hero, rescuing 4 of her grandchildren ages 1 to 6. But there's someone Rice calls her hero. It's her 10-year-old grandson, Kevin Rice.
Kevin woke me up and told me that the house was on fire. It was so black. You couldn't even see anything. So I just started grabbing babies in the dark and got out.
Rice let us see the damage by alleged arsonist Michael Morgan. Police believe he set the fire with a can of gasoline.
This is one of the hardest days, too.
Rice slept in this bedroom with 4 grandchildren the night of the fire. 10-year-old Kevin came running from his room, but then Kevin disappeared.
Well, we had kind of got lost. I mean, it was so pitch black. I thought he was already gone down while I'm getting the other kids, and he must have went back in the room.
Firefighters discovered Kevin on the floor covering 2-year-old Tanasia.
He was protecting her, right?
Yes, he was.
Today, small victories. Morgan's behind bars on a $100,000 bond. The judge says he was already on bail for 2 domestic violence cases.
Both of which involved no contact orders. He was not supposed to have been at that residence, and this occurred.
Morgan's estranged wife telling us she was trying to move on with her life, but claims he was texting her threatening messages. Back here, along with salvageable canned goods, toys, and clothes, the family finds this treasure, a photo album with a picture of Kevin at age 4.